everybody to my driving video of this 1996 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series black on black, black ebony with black interior, a factory sunroof and heated seats. Very hard to find, 117,000 miles. Thanks for joining. I just wanted to give you a quick look at the outside before we go take this beauty for a drive. And you should also check out the complete walk-around video on my channel where you can see a special guest appearance from my very own matching 1997 Town Car Signature Series black on black. She's a beauty too. She appeared in the walk-around video of this beautiful car, and we talked and compared and contrasted the two cars a little bit, and I used a lot of my personal example and my ownership of that car to talk about this car. So you can check that out on my channel for a lot more detail about both of these cars, but this car in particular. Here's our interior. You can check out a lot more detail on the walk around video. So if you're ready, here we go. This car's doors lock when you put it in drive. I had that disabled on my car. I didn't really like that feature, but that's how they came standard from what I understand. Black on black. This car has 117,000 miles, just turned 117,000 miles. She is strong, she is beautiful, she drives like none other. Perfect. This car drives perfect. My car, the other car you just saw a glimpse of, 235,000 miles. So a lot more mileage on my car than this car, but it's proof that these cars can just go and go and go like the Energizer Bunny. They don't stop. These cars, you know, as a lot of us know that know these cars, were used as cars for car services in New York City, taxi services, whatever. And they just keep going. Even if they haven't been taken care of properly or to the degree that this car has, even with only minimal care and upkeep, these cars will just keep on going. I have to put on my seatbelt real quick, and then we're going to get going on this drive after this bus. True indeed. And if you know these cars, you will know, 400,000, 500,000 miles is not uncommon or unrealistic for one of these cars. So this car having 117 is literally just a baby, and even my car having a little over 200 still has a lot of life left in it. This car just these cars, I shouldn't say this car because they all drive beautifully if they've been well maintained, but this car, as I mentioned on the walk around video, this car is sitting on 4 brand new Continental True Contact tires with a skinny white wall. This car has brand new brakes and rotors all the way around, front and rear, has fresh oil, fresh alignment. So as far as you're going to see here drivability wise, you're going to have to rely on what I'm telling you, because when I tell you it's perfect, it is perfect. And this car is nothing less than perfect. And we're going to drive here through the city a little bit and then go out to the freeway for some mileage. Everything works on this car. That's another, you just don't find it. So every feature, function, button, switch, option, everything works like it should. It also has a new alternator, a new fan clutch, new serpentine belt, tensioner pulley, new head gasket. This car had head gasket job done after car didn't overheat, didn't suffer any engine damage, as I said on the walk around video, but after its initial round of service, in my driving it, the temperature gauge was a little erratic. The heat kind of came and went, so I knew there was something else going on. Thought it was going to be something simple like a thermostat, but after some extensive testing, it was not. So it has a brand new head gasket set. It also has a new thermostat and gasket, and under the previous owner's care, it's had new water pump, new radiator, new intake, new spark plugs and wires. So lot of new parts on this car for someone to enjoy for many years to come. This is only a 2-owner car. That's right, 2 owners. Hard to find, you guys. Hard to find cars that are 28, almost 30 years old that have only 2 owners. So the most recent owner had this for 21 years. So they had it for the lion's share of the time, and they only put about 60,000 miles in their time. So it's about 3,000 miles per year that they added. Look at this. Look at the just wonderful acceleration in this car. You barely have to put the pedal down to get going. It's not a race car, but it does just fine. It's got plenty of acceleration and get up and go for the type of car this is. But they put 3,000 miles per year in total. If you look at the math on this car, 117,000 miles divided by the age of it, it's about 4,000 miles a year. So this is a ridiculously low mileage car, and it shows. If you watch the walk around video, I show you every inch, every nook, every cranny, every door jamb, every inch of this car and more. So take a look at that if you want the exclusive details and some more views of my car, which I think is beautiful as well. My car doesn't have heated seats like this car, but otherwise they are pretty well twins. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's refined, it's luxurious. This generation town car is my absolute favorite, and I think it was the best ones ever made. And a lot of avid, loyal Lincoln owners agree. The last few years of this car is the most modern looking. The last few years of this body style, 95, 96, 97. Slight changes and improvements. I mentioned on the walk around video, one of the changes is the steering wheel. I mean, maybe not everybody would agree, but the shape of this steering wheel is much more pleasing than the 90 through 94. The steering wheel was very rectangular. It looked like a big cinder block or a boat anchor, in my opinion. So much more style and pizzazz in this car too. Look at everything else on the road. Look at everything around us. Buick, Audi, this plain Subaru in front of us, an ugly little Range Rover, a big Range Rover or Discovery. All these cars, all these newer cars look nearly the same. You can't tell the difference between that Toyota and that Honda hardly if you weren't looking real hard. And this car is unique, and it has character, and it has style. Oh, I think my bag in the trunk just rolled over. It's style, it's grace. It's this car, as I mentioned on the walk around video, and I said I know this from firsthand experience from my car. You know, this car, these cars, you get a comment everywhere you go. You can't put gas in it without someone saying, "Oh, I love your car. Oh, that's a beautiful town car. Oh, my dad had one of those cars. Oh, my grandpa and my dad had those cars." As a matter of fact, if you do watch my walk around video of this car, the other video about this very car, someone approached me about midway through. I think it was at about 36 minutes in. Someone approached me and was asking about the car and asked for my phone number. So I gave it to them, and once I finished that video, I sent them where to find my stuff on YouTube so they can check it out once it's loaded. So, but what rivals the comfort and the ride quality of this? I can tell you it's not that Mini Cooper in front of us. There isn't much, you guys. I mean, I love these cars. I love my car. I wouldn't rather drive anything in general, let alone on a long trip. I mentioned on the walk around video that I drove my car to Toledo and back, which from where I'm at here in Columbus, Ohio, it was about 315 miles round trip in a day for my aunt's birthday recently. My son sat in the back. I'm going to keep looking out front while I show you the back of this car. My son sat back there on the right rear seat like he was in a limo. Look how beautiful that back seat is. He sat back there like he was in a limousine with his iPad, and I chauffeured him all the way there and back. But the point is that when I got back here to Columbus, I felt like nothing. I didn't feel like I'd just driven 300 plus miles in a day. So that's what you experience with a Lincoln Town Car. So even after all these years of the age of these cars and this generation, I still feel like that they are I still think that they're very current in their appearance and their features, and they hold up amazingly well mechanically. I mean, like I said in the beginning of this video, and I said a few other times on the other video, people that neglect these cars, they still run and they still go. They still look just fine. You know, they might not look good, but they're running and driving. You'll see these cars on the road and they look terrible. They look like they just got pulled out of a junkyard, but they're still driving, you know. And now with the age on these cars, it's either something like this or mine where it's been well preserved, or it's just something average that, you know, isn't anything to look at. So it's like there's like no middle ground. It's either, you know, a really ugly car or a really nice car. But there are fewer and fewer of them on the road, and it goes without saying that they don't make them like this anymore. So if you like this video so far, if you like what I do, give a thumbs up, ring the bell, subscribe, leave some comments, put some words in there about what you like, what you don't like. Put comments about your own experience, if you own a town car, what your experience has been, if it's good or bad. Hopefully it's good, because there's really nothing bad about these cars. But feel free to say something, share your comments with others and people that can see your comments, additional viewers, and use the comments like a discussion board to talk to me and to talk to other people. I think that's pretty cool. So again, everything works. The air conditioning is super nice and cold right now. It's fantastic. It's just elegant, stylish, gracious, cavernous. I like that word on cars that truly have a very cavernous interior. I feel like my car's interior is probably a little more cavernous than this car, only because I have my windows tinted, my windshield tinted, as I mentioned on the walk around video. So it's a little darker inside mine, a little more, you know, private. But nonetheless, the overall feel of these interiors is cavernous because there's a lot of space. Seating for 6, a trunk for a body count of 6, so you can really haul about 12 when you really think about it. I said that on my walk around video because it was part of my words that I wrote for my ad, that it's a class leading 6 body trunk. Because everybody jokes about that for these cars because they have such large trunks, which it is true. They have ginormous trunks, and there's no car out here of all this modern garbage today that has a trunk anywhere near the size of the trunk on this car. You think that Malibu in front of us has a competing trunk? Nope. So that's right. Look how it just handles the road with ease. I love looking out over the bonnet, over the hood, and seeing the Lincoln Star adorning the hood of this car. If you watch my walk around video, I mentioned that I had that Lincoln Star replaced on this car. That's a brand new ornament. adorning the hood of this, adorning the prow of this big, large car. Oh, did I say bonnet? No, that is right. Bonnet is the hood, right? Boot is the trunk. Rolls-Royce calls the front of their cars the prow, so that's why I just said that. It's kind of funny. Has anybody, if anybody's watching that's hearing me say this, has anybody seen the Rolls-Royce Phantom conversion that you can do on a town car? It's kind of cool. It actually looks pretty correct. But yeah, check that out sometime. Kind of neat. Not that I would condone doing that to one of these cars, but it is kind of neat. So we're going to enter the freeway here, take this a few miles down the freeway. Again, there's nothing I can report to you that's going to be negative at all about this car, because I love these cars, because I know this car, I know my car, I know what they do, I know how they drive, and I know it's nothing short of exceptional. There's nothing bad to say. It's just all good. How comfortable do you want to be? How much style do you want to have? Do you like a full frame rear-wheel drive car? Because that's what, oh, busy traffic. That's what this is. That is what this is. 33 years, I read somewhere online. The Panther platform, this platform series car, was produced or used, the platform was used for 33 years. Pretty wild for it to be that long. But that proves that it was well engineered and that it was well liked, because they wouldn't have quit making it if people didn't like it, that's for sure. Hopefully after we get through this little bit here, we can get going a little faster. But steering wheel is perfectly straight and true. Steering wheel I find comfortable no matter where you put your hand. If you hold it like this, if you hold it here, if you hold it like this, here, it just doesn't matter. It's comfortable no matter what. I feel guilty putting miles on this car. Such a low mileage car. 117,000 miles. This car has no miles. This car has so much life left in it. Especially with all the brand new parts that were just put on it. This car is ready to go and ready to drive. Absolutely. 2 sets of keys for this car. 2 keys, 2 remotes. Check out the walk around video where I show you the light bar on the back. It's just absolutely majestic at night. It's very elegant at night. Just very, very pleasing feature on these cars. I mentioned on there that my car has it because I made it have it, but it didn't always have that. So in 96 they had it standard, but in 97, which is what my car has, they quit putting it on their cars for the light bar in the back, although all the plumbing and all the wiring was there to do it. So I bought the light bar from a 96 on a recommendation from Michael Dean, who's a avid Lincoln town car lover like myself and lives in Texas and sells a lot of parts for town cars on eBay. And he told me all you need to do is install it and plug in the wiring, and it'll all work because it's all already there. And by golly, he was right, and it's worked perfect ever since on my car. It's so quiet in here, and it's so cool, and it's so comfortable, and I've been out in the sun today a lot and doing the walk around video of this that I truly truly could take a nap. Because like I said, what rides better than this car? Not much. It's like sitting on your living room sofa traveling down the highway. It really is. So, some people's sofas probably aren't even as comfortable as this car's seats. Some people call these a couch on wheels. Some people call these seats lounge seats. I'll tell you something funny. My interior upholstery person that I use, that I've known for many years, he, for car upholstery and anything on the inside of a car, he told me that the way that the seats are constructed in town cars, because he's the guy that redid my town car seat. If you watch on the walk around video, I keep saying that, but if you watch on there, somewhere in there I showed my driver's side seat and showed how I'd had the leather redone. But he told me back then that the way that the seat is constructed in these cars, that it is actually put together like a lazy boy chair. And he wasn't joking. So, and he should know because he's done upholstery for many, many, many years. So he's seen it all, from old to new to cars to everything. So there we are at 70 miles an hour. It is smooth, it is straight, it is nice. I just set the cruise control. You can see there it says speed control 69. Took my feet off the pedals. We're cruising at 69. If we hit accelerate, there we go, 70, 71, 72, 73. Nice and smooth. Looking out front at that Lincoln Star. Cruising down the highway, you know. And for a big, comfortable car that can haul 6 plus 6, you get the joke? 6 plus 6, these cars get really reasonable fuel mileage. The factory rating is like 23, but my car, if it's all freeway, will get even better mileage than that, you know, 20, 24, 25. I think I've gotten close to 26. It's not bad for a big full-size car like this. It's not bad at all. And a V8 engine to boot. I mean, it's not a massive V8, but it's still a V8. I could drive. I probably would be happy to be a driver or a chauffeur if I could just drive one of these all day long, because I would be okay with that as long as it was one of these. I don't dislike anything about anything driving this car. And here we go. We're gonna go back onto the freeway and kind of back the way we came. Traffic's a little heavy going both ways. Here we go. We're gonna put it down a little bit. Look at that. Yes. Stretch your legs. Look at that. Look at that. Nobody needs more power than that. 62, 65 if you want before you even get on the freeway. This car will, and I didn't even push it down to the floor. I just kicked it down a little bit and gave it a little more. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, there we are. We're gonna get caught up in that traffic on our way back this way, but 70, 72 miles per hour. It's perfect, it's smooth. It rides just like it should. And the seat is, of course, infinitely comfortable, plenty wide even for somebody that's bigger than me. Plenty of headroom, even for somebody that's taller than I am. I don't think there's anybody that couldn't be comfortable in one of these cars. Maybe a 7-foot tall person. But other than that, you should be very comfortable. This is going to make an excellent car for someone for many, many years to come. And that's if I decide to part ways and actually let you have it. Because the more I drive it, the more time I spend with it, the more I love it. The body on this car is perfect. There's no damage, there's no rust. There's no rust on the dog legs like these cars can sometimes have, often have. There's no rust on the fenders, which my car has a little bit on the fenders. There's no rust in the door jambs or the bottoms of the doors. There's no rust on the inside trunk jam on the inside of the trunk. So it is truly a extra clean town car with great miles and in a wonderful color. Black isn't for everybody, but if you want black, it's right here, and it's hard to come by. Slow down a little bit here, so we'll have a little more time to go a little slower. Black is very hard to come by in these cars. I mean, I said that on the walk around video, but I know firsthand how true it is because I looked for a long time to find my car, and I was very happy when I finally found a black on black signature series with a factory sunroof, and it was just very hard to come by. I mentioned on the walk around video, I guess, you know, being a lot of older people that buy these cars brand new or did at the time period, that, you know, they don't like dark colors, they like lighter colors, especially if they live in a nice warm climate like Florida or Arizona or California. You're not going to want, you know, to have black, I guess, although I've never understood that. I know the cars get incredibly hot there, and I get that, but like, I have my car's windows tinted, windshield tinted, you know, sunroof is tinted, it rejects all that heat, and yeah, it gets hot, but the air conditioning in these cars works fantastically. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to just have what you want and put up with it and get a remote start and have the air conditioning come on and cool the car down before you get in it. There you go, problem solved. Maybe even one with a drone where you can change the temperature and see the interior temperature and all that stuff. Well, we're on the freeway, but this isn't really freeway speed, but hopefully you guys have gotten a pretty good feel and view of this car in both this video and my walk around video. It's an exceptional town car. It really is. I said on the walk around video, I'm going to be sad and I'm going to shed a tear when someone buys this and takes it from me, because I've enjoyed to make it even more beautiful than it already was and get it ready for you. It truly is ready to go and ready to drive in my not in my opinion, but factually, there's nothing this car needs. It's ready to go, it's ready to drive and enjoy. Everything works. I mean, this air conditioning right now is fantastic. Oh, I also mentioned on the walk around video, when I mentioned about air conditioning, this car definitely hasn't been smoked in. There's no smell of smoke, no signs of smoke. You can always tell when you have the air conditioning going if something's been smoked in. Nothing, absolutely nothing in here. So that's a good thing, of course. Unless you smoke, well, then you can ruin that nice trend that it's had and be the first. But most people don't want to buy a smoking car. A smoking car or a smoker's car. Listen to that smooth. You can hear that. I hope you can hear that. There's a pretty looking black Navigator. Hello. Hello, brother, sister Lincoln. So if you don't watch my walk around video, you have to at least watch, you have to at least look at the cover image that I'm going to use for the walk around video that shows this car and my car almost kissing face to face, nose to nose, Lincoln Star to Lincoln Star. And it's just kind of a cool picture. So I'm going to use that for the cover photo for my walk around video. So even if you don't watch the video, just check out that photo. It turned out pretty well. I didn't even plan to do it quite like I did it, but I did, and I think it looks really neat. So definitely check that out. I also mentioned on the walk around video that as I was taking the photos of just this car this morning, this lady that I wouldn't have expected to really say anything, that was walking her dog, she commented about this car, and she said, "Oh, that's a beautiful car." And she asked me if I was just taking pictures of it, or if it was going to be for sale, and I said, "Well, both." And she said, "Wow," she goes, that's a real, I forget what she said, a beautiful car, that's a real head turner," or something like that. But I just wasn't really a comment that I expected from somebody walking their dog like that. But it just shows that no matter who it is, age, man, woman, age, none of it matters. People recognize these cars as just something different and unique and standout. And that's one of the things that I said on the walk around video too, that you could be at a car show, and I've been, or Cars and Coffee, and you can have a $250,000 car there that people are certainly going to look at, yes, but everybody wants to look at my town car, and everybody has a story, always. Everybody has a story about the cars and what it means to them. So, and everybody, all the really old people always say they don't make them like that anymore, you know, but it's true. And I'm saying that, and I'm not the really old people yet. I mentioned on the walk around video that my dad had these cars, town cars, all my childhood, and he would go and get a new one every year, and he'd go and order it, and I'd run around the showroom, and he'd, you know, I kind of vaguely remember like this, you know, the ordering, or him sitting there with somebody and ordering the car and picking what he wanted and stuff, and kind of neat, kind of a different time, you know. But my dad never did have a town car this generation. One of his friends did, and I always envied it. Yeah. But I think that's why I like the car so well, and even the sounds that this engine makes and this transmission makes, and just kind of the simple hum of both, it sounds very much like the 80s cars do, kind of the same, and it reminds me of my childhood for sure. So I can't say enough about these cars, as you may have figured out. So I would highly endorse this one, of course, because I know it well, but I would recommend you buy one. If you're even thinking about it, don't even think about it. Just buy it. If you're in another state, another country, wherever you are, these cars are popular everywhere. You can't go wrong. Just buy it and enjoy it, and hopefully you can find a nice one. I'm saying if you're not able to buy this one, or you're watching this after this one's gone, you know, do what you can to find a nice one, but if you can't find a nice one, find the best one you can and fix everything on it and make it even better, and you'll have yourself a fantastic car. And for not near as much money as it costs for a new car. An average new car right now is close to $50,000, so you shouldn't spend that much for one of these, even though they're worth it. All right, has everybody seen enough driving? I'm ready for a nap after all that driving and being out in the heat. I appreciate your views. I appreciate you watching. I really do. Each and every one of you. Thank you. And give a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, leave some comments, suggestions, feedback, whatever you want. I enjoy to have everyone read the comments. I enjoy to have people watch my videos. I enjoy when my video has helped someone in some way to make a decision about buying a car like this. I like that. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy for doing this and putting in all the effort. So let me know how I may have helped you, and I would like to read about it. Listen to that. Absolutely remarkable. Well, we added a few more miles. 117,053 is the miles right now. Everybody have a great day. I'm going to sign off now, and thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing and giving a thumbs up. All right? Check out the walk around video. It's awesome, and I show my car in it a whole bunch. So you get to see two majestically beautiful Lincoln Town cars in all their glory. All right, make it a great day. Take care. We'll see you next time, hopefully with another Lincoln. All right, peace. Bye-bye.